Hi, and welcome to this edition of Tiger Broadcast. I'm Madeline Stouffer.
And I'm Jared Newell.
In this edition, we'll take you back to the theater department as well as highlight a club here at Lee Summit High School.
And we have our first ever weather forecast. All this and more on this edition of Tiger Broadcast.
Jared Newell, Hunter Weekly, and Lauren Lagan take to the stage as they shed some light on our town in this next package.
Really shocked because my friend texted me and she was like, "Congratulations!" And I was like, "On what?" Because I didn't expect it at all, but I'm very grateful for it.
For this show, Mr. Hensley will be helping Carly tackle a very unique type of lead character.
Well, I've had to help her, to see it as not an actor who only knows this set amount of things in this moment at this time, which is what we normally have to get our actors to think like. She has to know everything.
My role, it's called the stage manager, but it's been interpreted as kind of an all-knowing figure, like a spirit, sort of, and I'm guiding the audience through this tale about a small town and the connections people have in it.
One actor playing a role in the stage manager's show is Violet Esquivel, who also received amazing news.
The most exciting part is getting the opportunity to be a lead role. It's a lot of work and it's a lot of stress, but it's so much fun, and I'm so thankful to Mr. Hensley for giving me this opportunity.
Hensley's choice to produce Our Town was truly a long time coming.
It's a show that is kind of on the list for theater directors to do once in their career. I hadn't done it yet, and honestly, it was just going to be kind of a nice reprieve after a very tech-intensive show with Little Mermaid.
Even with the simplicity of the play, everyone working on it still believes that people should come experience it.
It's different than The Little Mermaid or like any musical or I think any of the other plays that the school has put on. This is more of a drama, and it's really like emotional.
We are doing it somewhat theater in the round, but we're also interspersing audience members throughout our set. There are 4 little quadrant areas within our set that audience members will actually be able to sit in.
Even with the new staging, theater has kept one thing the same: the feeling of family.
It's not a huge cast, but there's a lot of us and we're all really good friends. So we have a lot of fun, but we do get a lot of work done, and we know when to stop talking and messing around and get to work.
My favorite thing about theater is probably how much of a family it is. Like everybody else says, oh, this group is a family, but I've really never felt that anything was really a family except for theater.
When it comes time to graduate this year, Carly will certainly be missing her family.
It's just a nice break. It's not easy by any means, but after a long day at school, it's nice to know you can go somewhere where people are there to support you and they're there to encourage you.
Signing out for Tiger Broadcast.
In our town, we like to know the facts about everybody.
This is Lauren Lagan.
If you want to catch Our Town, the shows are on February 24th and 25th, as well as March 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Tickets are on sale at lshstheater.com. Lee Summit High School prides itself on the way that our students challenge themselves academically. Erica Milligan, Jacqueline Berry, and Gavin Curlis tell us more about a program that encourages this rigor.
Never seen before. World War I was pretty much where? Right? Right there. Okay, we talk about
I think we're all works in progress. I think students get into an IB class and become an IB student.
International Baccalaureate, also known as IB, are the most challenging classes that are offered across the world. And while they may be difficult, they tend to have the biggest reward as they prepare each student for college by giving them the skill set that they will need.
The emphasis is not on memorizing a bunch of information. It's more about taking in a lot of information and then synthesizing it and reapplying it to some new problems.
I'd say it's There's less homework than most of like the college credit classes, but there's definitely a lot more studying.
Those communication skills, critical thinking skills, analytical skills, those are all really important skills for a student to leave high school with, no matter what their plans are. Our students that do go on to college say that they are very well prepared.
Mrs. Metzler strongly believes that there is an IB class for everyone.
If a student's looking to get involved in the IB program and they're not really sure where to start, one of the things I ask them is, well, what are you really passionate about? What are you thinking about as far as a career choice goes? Or what are you really good at? And in most cases, there is an IB course that matches up with their response.
And I think really, like, if you're interested in it, going and talking to Mrs. Metzler helps a lot, because there's so many like different classes out there and things that we can provide at the school that like may not necessarily be on like the list, you know. And so like you can make IB cater to what you're interested in.
Sometimes it is a maturity thing, like, you know, when you're enrolling in classes sophomore year, you're not really ready for that challenge. But something happens to you between sophomore and junior year where you suddenly feel ready, like you think you could handle this, and college is kind of looming at the end of your high school career, so you're thinking, boy, I gotta get ready for college.
Mrs. Metzler, our IB coordinator, is one of the teachers that many students go to when they are needing some much-needed advice regarding IB.
There's some personal qualities that kind of help you become a good IB teacher, and that is flexibility and also that ability to maybe let go a little bit. You really got to let students take ownership of their learning.
While Mrs. Metzler thinks that IB teachers need certain qualities in order to be successful, students should have a few qualities of their own.
Don't procrastinate. If you have like a paper, like one of your IAs that you know will be due in like a couple of weeks, just like thinking about it and being prepared, because a lot of times those things can kind of like all build up and then you have a bunch of assignments that take, you know, a couple of weeks to do at one time. But really like prepare me for college. And I also think it's really helped like get me into college, because I've taken like the most difficult classes in high school.
It appears that Hunter rose to the IB challenge. Signing out for Tiger Broadcast?
No, it's not.
I think so.
This is Jacqueline Berry.
A club here at Lee Summit High School has really been stepping into a new era. Cameron Brigham and Prosperity Roddy fill us in.
Each day, most people step one foot in front of the other to get where they need to go. Here at Lee Summit High School, one group does more than put one foot in front of the other.
Have you ever seen Stomp the Yard? It's that idea of almost like a dance-off or a step-off where you're performing for other people.
At each assembly the steppers perform. Many would think it's difficult to perform those steps. Come to find out, it doesn't take much experience to learn.
I do not have any dance experience, which is why I say that if I can do it, anybody can do this.
If you don't have rhythm, it'll teach you rhythm. It's a lot less dance-based than people think it is. You'll learn how to collaborate with people. You'll learn to think a few steps ahead, see the bigger picture.
The steppers also hope to keep the 10-year tradition going, as they have been faced with certain challenges throughout the years.
I feel like the more people who graduate and the more people who feel like it's just not for them, and the people who don't try it out, the club's just gonna die out, and that's like super scary for me to think, because this is one of the best clubs at the school.
I want us to have a huge team out there in the middle of the court for every performance. I would love to see 20 individuals stepping out there all in unison. Ugh, that's what I want. I want more people to come out for steppers.
That is why they hope to gain more members for the next following school year.
In the beginning of the school year, we have open practices where anybody can come and try to learn a couple of steps, and then they can choose to continue on and become part of the team, or they can say, oh, this isn't for me, and step back.
I was so against it. I was pretty sure that I wouldn't even go to the first practice. I'd just hang out after school and just say, oh yeah, it wasn't for me. But I went, and it took me 3 weeks longer than everybody else to learn. I knew that I wouldn't be able to do any of this if I just quit.
Join Steppers. If you are interested at all in joining Steppers, please come talk to me. I'm in room B130. I'm not a scary person.
Steppers is the best club, and if people don't join next year, I'm going to be very sad.
Reporting for Tiger Broadcast,
Join Steppers!
I'm Cameron Brigham.
In a first for Tiger Broadcast, Madeline Sofer is going to be bringing us the weather forecast.
Hi, and welcome to this first edition of TVTV8 Weather. I'm Madeline Stouffer with your weekly weather forecast. Today, February 15th, it's going to be about 49 degrees Fahrenheit with a brisk wind of 5 miles per hour from the north. Don't worry though, that's only going to cause our temperature to drop about 2 degrees, so it's still going to feel around 47 degrees. However, tonight it will get a little bit chillier as we head into 29 degrees Fahrenheit. Definitely not the coldest winter night we've had this year yet, but you might want to turn on your electric blanket just in case. If you're going to be traveling to any of your friends' houses in the surrounding areas, you may want to know what it's going to be like there. So here's our surrounding areas weather forecast. As you can see, the temperatures are going to be pretty consistent throughout the KC metro area, with Kansas City being a few degrees warmer and Raymore being just a little bit chillier. As we head into our 7-day forecast, you can see that overall we have a really nice week, rest of the week as we go into our 3.5-day weekend. On Friday, for our half day, it will be nice weather, so you can maybe go ahead, grab your friends, go on a bike ride, take a picnic, do whatever you want to do. However, when we head into the beginning of next week, though, there will be some scattered thunderstorms, so plan accordingly when you are trying to figure out your plans for your President's Day festivities. Once again, I'm Madeline Stouffer. Thank you for watching our very first edition of TVTV8 Weather. Thanks for watching this edition of Tiger Broadcast. For packages, short films, and more, go to www.tigerbroadcast.com.
Or follow us on Twitter at TVTV8Tigers.
Once again, I'm Madeline Stouffer.
And I'm Jared Newell.
Thanks for watching.
If you don't have rhythm, then teach you rhythm.
I think students get into an IB class and become an IB student.
It's a lot of work and it's a lot of stress, but it's so much fun, and I'm so thankful to Mr. Hensley for giving me this opportunity.